Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. So for those of you who don't know, my brother is a music producer. I'll put a link to his YouTube and his Instagram in the description below, so feel free to check those out. Anyway, as I was talking to my brother a couple of days ago, he said that he'd like to make a video which is like a time capsule which he can come back to a couple of years or months even into the future, and he can just kind of look back to where he's come from and the progress he's made. So I thought, you know what? That wouldn't be such a bad idea, and I decided that I would make such a video myself. So that's how we arrived at this video. This video is going to serve like a time capsule. So I'll look back at this video a year, maybe 2 years from now, and just I don't know. I'll just see where I've come from, I guess. On top of that, I feel like it's a good idea to take stock of what's currently going on in your life and where you currently are in your life. So in this video, I'll be talking about what I'm currently doing with my life and the future plans for this channel. So if that sounds interesting, stick around to the end. Okay, so I'm 23 years old. I'm a student at USIU. I'm currently in my third year. I have 4 semesters to go, so that translates to about a year, and I'll be done with my applied computer technology course. Applied computer technology is simply a fancy way of saying computer science. On top of being a student, I'm a YouTuber as well, obviously. I am a caster for Vanguard Esports League, link in description, and I just recently signed to join a Rainbow Six Siege competitive team called TexClan. Shout out to TexClan Esports for picking me up, by the way. So my plate is pretty full currently. I'm trying to balance all these things all at the same time, and I don't know. I guess so far it's working, but it's been a lot of work. I'm currently taking online classes, and not gonna lie, they're pretty tough. You know, it's got to a point where I'm thinking about my future in terms of career progression, and I'm wondering whether all this effort going into these classes is really worth it. Because let's be real here. Let's be honest with one another. In this country, it's your connections that really matter when it comes to getting a job, and not so much your CV. So I'm just wondering whether grades really make a difference, whether having the most decked out resume, CV, whatever you wanna call it, is going to be more impactful in hunting for a job than connections are. Because in my field, I feel like experience matters a lot more than anything else. So if I have been working with any technology for any number of years, I wonder whether all the hours and effort that I've put into that is going to matter at all, or whether, you know, someone who knows someone who knows someone who knows a guy is going to have the upper hand against me. I've been having a lot of doubts about the future of my career, and I still don't know. I still don't know what the future is going to be like. I don't think anyone does, but especially in my research at least, I haven't found good enough statistics on how much people in the computer science field are paid. And that's another issue, you know. I'm obviously very passionate about computer science and software development especially, but you know, at the end of the day, you have to get that bread. You have to eat somehow, and I'm not finding too much information on how much people are paid. And the little information I have is not, I don't know, I feel like we're not being paid enough in our industry in Kenya. And that's just the difficulty of finding a job. I've been talking a lot with my sister, and she says adulting essentially comes down to something always being broken, something needs to be fixed, some bills need to be paid. So I'm just thinking, what's the point? You get a job, you get your salary, as soon as you're done paying your bills, you're broke again, and then you repeat the cycle every month. That just doesn't sound like a fulfilling life to me, and I don't know whether that's the kind of path that I want to take in this life, where you're just constantly working, you're yet another cog in the capitalism machine, and you're just this is not to say that I don't want to work. In fact, one of the things that I'm really working towards right now is to get financial freedom. I want to be able to put my passion into something and get paid for it. And I just don't know whether becoming a software developer and sitting at a desk, man, especially in Kenya, well, things have changed now with COVID, but in Kenya, there's still the mentality that you have to wake up early, you have to be at the office by 9, and you have to leave by 5, regardless of what you do. And as a software developer, you just have to sit at your desk and code the entire day. And I don't think that, regardless of the pay, I don't think that sitting at a desk and just crunching code for 40 hours a week is something that I necessarily want to do. On to the YouTube stuff now. So I am currently at 94 subscribers, which is just 6 away from 100. I want to get to 100 so that I can finally get a custom URL. So if you're not subscribed, make sure to do so right now. And that leads me into what I want to talk about now: growth and gaining subs. And I feel like we've created a society where just growth and just more and more and more is somehow, I don't know, man, it's like that's what everyone strives for. It's like that's what success is about. And obviously I would like to grow my channel, but the thing is, it wouldn't be just for the sake of saying, oh, I have 1,000 subs or I have 2,000. I feel like the real purpose I want to grow my channel is so that my content reaches a larger audience. On top of that, I feel like me and all the other YouTubers in Africa right now who are doing this gaming esports thing are kind of the pioneers of this industry, because truth be told, it's not that well established on the continent, let alone in Kenya. So right now I feel like we are, I guess, setting the stage, we are setting the pace, we are the pathfinders. Apex pun. We're the pathfinders of, I guess, future generations and future YouTubers and consumers of such content. So right now my main focus is trying to build the community as much as possible. I remember back when I started my YouTube channel, the main reason I did so was to create conversations. It was to create a community and an atmosphere, an environment where we can discuss gaming, we can discuss esports, specifically with the local perspective in mind. So a lot of the content creators I watch, a lot of the YouTubers who are big out there, they're in US, they're in Europe, they're in whatever country. And as much as their content is great, and no shade to them, I feel like it fails to address some of the things that are very, very real for us here in Africa. So here in Kenya as well, you wouldn't hear Matimio talking about load shedding. So I wanted to create a community where we can talk about such issues. We can brainstorm, we can think of how to improve our community, you can think about how to grow it, we can address issues that are unique to us, that face us. We can apply that contextualization, that African, that local lens to it, and we can just all have a good time and enjoy the games that we all love to play. So currently, that's that's what I'm working on. I mean, I'm glad that I am seeing some success because my live streams, specifically the Olim podcast, which by the way is a weekly podcast every Saturday, 2:30 p.m. South African time. The Olim podcast, I feel like, has been receiving a lot of positive response, and it encourages me to, keep creating such content. You guys have no idea how much a like or a comment motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing. It's I'll keep making content, obviously, because it's what I love to do. But when I get that validation from all of you who are watching my stuff, it makes me feel like there's an audience out there for this kind of stuff. So it would be good to keep making it, if not for me, at least for them. Now, as my channel continues to grow in the future, I would obviously like to improve the quality of the content I put out. And first things first, I would like to get a better webcam. The one I'm currently recording with is just I mean, the video quality will speak for itself. So that's one of the things that's high up on my priorities list as something I really, really want to improve. Another thing would be maybe to get a better gaming machine, because the one I'm using right now is currently kind of struggling, and it really, really struggles when I'm doing streaming. I have browser window open and I'm gaming at the same time. It sounds like a jet engine is about to take off. So sometime in the future I would like to get a better PC. Oh, and also when I'm editing videos, man, it really struggles. It pants a lot, like it's been running a marathon. So in the future I would like to get a better machine, obviously a better webcam, maybe a bigger desk, because I feel like the one I'm currently looking at is kind of cramped. A better phone, just so that I can continue putting out more content to my socials. And yeah, I think that's about it. That's about everything that I wanted to talk about in this video. If you've watched all the way to the end, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for sparing your time to watch me rant about what's going on in my life. Leave a comment below, tell me what you think of this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.